Right, what I've done, I've just finished these dress forms, adding the final touches. I've added some lace and some more of the bling. So that's made it look much more like Moulin Rouge dress. Added some pearl lace here for that one. This one I've added the pearl at the top and the bottom, and this flower that Karen sent me yesterday or the day before. I love this one. This is a real, you know, I didn't have it in purple, but I've got it in the pink, so I've used that, and because it matches the pink up here, and then put some more bling on that. I've purposely turned these the opposite way so they fall down over the hip. I've now added this black lace and trim, beaded trim on this one, which it suits that. They go well together. I've also added some of the rose, it's like a rose trim to this one. And then what I did have that I've forgotten about was a little bit of this trim left, so I've used this. It's like a tassel trim for this one, and I think they look far better. So I'm absolutely thrilled, and I will be doing these are going on the canvas if I can fit them on. I'll pick the better ones anyway, on the new canvas that I'm going to do for the Moulin Rouge that I'm going to be auctioning off. And I just want to show you this one before I go. This was one that was printed. It's a printed one on photographic paper off the internet. So you can just do that. They fit these body forms brilliantly. So just thought I'll show you that. But there you go. That's what I've got. I'll just show you them again. Oh, falling out my hand. Never mind, can't help it. There we go. And I hope you like them. I think they're great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and show you how, when I've cleared my desk, I'm going to come back and show you how I did the curtains. So I'm going to prepare my board and show you how I've done it. So you can see how I've done these. Okay? Sorry, these. Right, what you can see now is I do have this large board because it's going to be a large picture. And this is going to be for the auction. And all of them fit on. I wanted to fit them all on because you've got one of every colour. So what I'm going to be doing, I need to swap these about a little bit just to sort the colours out. I don't want too many purples. Well, I've got two purples, although one's a purpley pink. Like that. So it's going to be quite a big board. Now, I'm going to start and do the background. So there's plenty of room for those to fit on, and I'm absolutely thrilled with that. So the first thing I need to do is to paint this, and what I'm going to use first for that is the white. Now, what I'm going to do is just to make sure I've got the, oh God, let me just shake this a little bit. This will have to be done in sections anyway, so what I'll do is I'll come back when I finish this. Right, as you can see, I've painted the board. It's not perfect, don't want it perfect. And what I'm going to be doing next is the floor. So I can get the distance I need. I'm just going to give this paint a good shake. So I'm going to need that. You need a flat paintbrush to do in the floors, and I'm also going to need the white, which has by now turned a little bit pink. I got some red in it by accident. Right, so what you do is you start off with the brown, and I'm going to have my floor about there. Any bits you can, that's it, it's gone. And you do need to work pretty quick when you're doing the floor, because you need the colours to blend. And I'm just going to do that now. And you blend that straight away and you get that wood effect. That's all you do. Any imperfections in it, just take them out and wipe it over. You can always go back over with the brown until you're happy with it. Like that. To keep working. You can always, with acrylics, go back and touch up. No problem whatsoever there. And you see, I'm not being careful with it whatsoever, because you don't need to be. I mean, obviously I'm going to need a straighter line than that in the back. Just go over it. That's all you do to get that wood. That's all you do. If you're not happy with it, go over it. I love working with acrylics. Push that in a little bit. I've missed a bit. And go back. Just do that. Do it till you get your what you like. I'm quite happy with that. Just going to raise this up a little bit. It's a little bit low on this side. And there you go. Now we're going to move straight on to doing the curtains. Oh, I'm doing that. Just go over that. Where's my pen? A little mark on there. Block that out. And to that, what I am going to just gauge where I'm going to have them. So first I want to do is get the middle section. I mean, you could use a dinner plate just to edge it on to get your first. So don't worry about not being able to draw it. Put a plate on there. Do a plate on the next bit. Put a cup on there. You know, it's it's whatever you want. Now, my curtain I want to do there, and then that's my next trim. If it's not long enough, do it again. Just put a plate or something across it to help you. Would you get that perfect, you know, shape that you're after? But you can always paint over it, it doesn't matter. So I'm basically just getting the shape that I'm after. And I'm only drawing it with an ordinary pencil. Okay? So that's what I'm after. Yep, happy with that. Not bothered about that bit whatsoever. And then what I'm going to do is, these come down in 2 tier. So just bring it out like you do with the bar, you know, like the tree. Just pretend you're drawing a tree. They don't have to be perfect. They don't even have to be perfect. Round them off at the bottom, like that. And then bring them down again to there. You can do yours how you want. I like mine like that. I like mine like that a lot. And your body forms are going to stand here anyway. But that's why I like mine. I might alter it, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I might do, actually. I'm going to take them like that. I'm going to bring them out like that. Like that. Yeah. Now to get the let me just show you a bit of material if I can. Let me see. I'll do it with a bit of paper. Right, because you get the fold here. When you when you're folding, doing a fold, if you do that with a piece of paper, see where the shadow is and see where the light is. And that's all it is. So what you do, put your folds in straight away. Now, just do your circles like that. But they meet here more than they do here, if you know what I mean. So they'll be, you know, gathered a lot more here. Like that. So that's all you do, and you get your fold in there. And then with these, they start thin here, and then they separate here. But you'll do that. These are just guidelines for yours, to show you how to do them. And this I'm putting in where I want mine. Like that. And then these obviously would pleat. Like that. See, I'll fan them out when they get to this end. Doesn't matter if they're not perfect. You're just doing yourself a guide. And that's it. And then these, obviously, they droop like that. Like that. Go back to where you started and droop them. Like that. That's it. Done. And now we're going to paint them. So I'm going to start that. Get my brush. Don't worry about the shading whatsoever. Go straight over that. You can see through it because it's acrylic paint, you can. And what I'm going to do is to just go with the contour of the curve. You don't have to do all that fart-assing about. And I mean that, you know, I'm not being funny, but you don't have to do all that messing about. Oh, putting it here, putting it there. There's no right and wrong way. I don't care what anybody says, there isn't. Okay, and then just bring that and flick it. Bring that there and flick it. We're not looking for perfection. Okay. Doesn't matter which way you do it, you can do these first. That's all you're doing. We don't do the shading yet. I'll get this right first. Okay. Might droop that one down a little bit more. But like you say, they don't have to be perfect at all. See, normally I wouldn't draw them. I just paint them. Freehand is often turns out better. Right, what I'm doing now is I'm just bringing this one down a little bit more. I'm not too fussed about the edges either, because you're going to put some tassel of some sort on there. Rounding that off a little bit. Like that. So that's the start of my curtains, and as you can see, they look fine. So what I'm going to do next is, oops, my phone fell over. You start to bring the curtains round. Just do it round like that. There we go, like that. And we're going to do the same again on this side. You hear that traffic. We're on a main road and it's horrendous, but sometimes you don't hear it because you ignore it. There we go. Yep, quite happy with those. And then we'll just move on to this bit here. Like I say, just follow where you want them. You can paint everywhere. And just bring them down like that. Don't worry about the bottoms of them just yet, just take them down. Like that. That's it. And sort them out later, doesn't matter. There you go. And then all you do when you want a shade is you're going to go in with a bit of brown, and this is simple. And use brown on red because it blends in. That's all you're going to do. You need a touch. Remember to keep the loop and take it up into the corner. Oops. And if you're not quite happy with it, just go over it a little bit, blending it in using the red. And straight away you've got the shade. That's all it is. You can see I didn't do much to that, but the effect looks good. Take it up like that. And blend it in with the red. Just keep going back for your red. Remember to go back up into the corner bit. Done. Simple as that. And that's all it is. Go back with your red. Always go back in with your red to get your shade. If it gets a bit dry up there, do that with a bit of red. Now, because if you remember this wood here, right, how I blend that in to make it look like wood, you're just doing the same with that and you're getting your shading, so don't worry about it whatsoever. Quite happy with all of that. This has just got a little bit dry. Hope you can see this. Just go with the curves. Right, what I'm going to do is I've just sat that up a little bit to have a look at it. I'm just going to rest it up here. And what I'm just going to do is take some red and just blend that in. Over and in between the brown. Oh, trouble when you've got no room. Just take that in because it's still damp as the brown and just blend that in like that. Keeping the curve going. And just do this one as well. Now you're just making it look more of a shadow. You can go in and deepen it if you want to in certain areas, and I will be doing that, but I'm just getting the shadow that I'm after first. Okay, so I'm just going to wet these again using some paint. Going with the brown. And curve. Got the brush on its end and just curve it in. Take a bit of red to go over that and blend it in. Follow the contour of where the curtain is. That's all you've got to do. Some more red. A bit more red. And over the curtain have fallen, that's all you do. Let's get a bit more to wet this side again. Take, oops, a bit much of the brown. Kind of like a Nash shirt. Take some of the red while you've still got quite a bit of brown. And there you go. Now what I am going to do, and it's just a touch of the brown, is find the deepest recess in the curtain. And that's right in the bottom. Like that. Just to highlight it and bring it out. Add a bit more red to that. And a little bit of red to that. Just go in between what you've already done. I'm quite happy with that one. That's fine. Like I say, you can go over and over and over it. It doesn't matter whatsoever. Just taking the red up in between. Ooh, painted my thing, look. I'm quite happy with that. A little bit more red on here. Quite happy. Yep. And that'll do. Just round that off there at the bottom, because you're going to cover it anyway. I've got paint on my blooming jumper. Oh God. Paint everywhere. I need one of those apron things. But there you go. That's me done. And I'm just going to let that dry and then come back and start. I'm going to do the hanging sign next, I think, because that's going to dry properly before we put all the trim on.